Hello, everyone. My name is Jamar Morrison, and welcome back to Through the Years. And today we're going to be talking to my friend from 2016, actually my first year of marching. Everybody meet Brandin Cruz.
Hi there. My name is Brandin Cruz. I've marched 4 years at John I. Leonard High School, and my first year with STRYKE Wynds was in 2016. And I've marched all the way through till 23. Granted, the gap between 20 and 22 where I didn't march. But yeah, it's been a wild ride, and I've been loving every minute of just being in the ensemble and seeing the ensemble grow to new heights and seeing where it's gone. It's been incredible.
Yeah.
So
tell me how you been, man. You're 1 year removed from everything, and
yeah,
things are going up still.
Yeah, it's incredible to see the growth of the ensemble, even just 1 year out of the ensemble. Last season,
yeah,
the production, Prisoners of Time, was incredible. I got to see and follow the ensemble, and it was great seeing the media team for the first time. You know, it's like,
yeah,
I get to see things from a different perspective that I'd never seen before.
Yeah,
and all my time of being in the ensemble. So
yeah.
it was very nice to see like the exponential growth from like my previous year in the 23 season, to be exact, Beyond the Veil. That was the first world championship for STRYKE Wynds, and that was incredible to be a part of. And it was just
so long.
It took so long. It was so painful. We tried so hard for so long. It's like we were so close every time.
Yeah.
But you know, I still consider it a huge success, just being in that space and being in the world championship and having the success that we've had throughout the years.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing in being in STRYKE Wynds, is we always push the bar. Like, you know, it was never, we were just happy with where we were. Right. It was always, what can we do next?
We came back next year. I remember we would always finish like at finals, and we'd always be like, so we all coming back, or? We were always ready, and my mom was always like, so you guys are coming back, right?
Yeah, I was always getting teased about it. Yeah, so next year, right? And I'm like,
I'll think about it.
It depends where I am in life.
Yeah.
You know, it's very special to even have the opportunity to come back and just keep going out another year.
Yeah.
Not many people get to do this, you know, at all, or even have the opportunity. So I'm blessed to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Scott was telling me in the last interview, we're actually, I think, one of the last original independent Wynds groups that like started in the beginning.
That's wild to hear.
And I was thinking about that. I have a question to ask you. So we both got into STRYKE Wynds differently. I got in just because Paula at the time just wanted me to come in and be a soloist, and I was like, sure. But that's when I first met you. So what got you into STRYKE Wynds? How'd that happen?
So I first discovered STRYKE Wynds through YouTube. I was just scrolling and I see this video, 2015 STRYKE Wynds World Championships. Yeah, the Forever Show. And that was so cool to see even then, like just the start of something. Because, you know, at the time I was considering like things like drum corps and whatnot, but you know, it was very difficult for me to manage that. When I saw Wynds was local, I'm like, wow, this is a great opportunity to do something that I love and enjoy. Yeah. And, you know, meet new people and have a new experience. So I found out about it through Josh Bernice. So he,
did Josh Bernice teach you first?
Yeah, so it's crazy. He's the person I've known the longest, actually, because in 2009, my freshman year in high school, he was my visual instructor. So yeah, it's crazy to see his growth. His growth was exponential.
Yeah.
And, it's been a privilege to be a part of the ensemble, and you know, he got me onto it. I showed up to one of the auditions in the camps, and very, very intimate, like, scene, because the ensemble wasn't huge. No, you know, we were like small.
32 for a while.
Yeah,
like 32, sometimes 36 for a couple years. Yeah,
but it was crazy even then. You know, like the standard, we were always held to a high degree. You know, from the beginning, that was the culture of the group. Yeah, and it was a very welcoming feeling. You know, just being part of that. So I credit that to a lot of the vets that were there at the time. You know, and you know, that's carried throughout the years. So you know, and even now, like I still see it. It's changed for the better. Like it's grown, and it's become something that's very special. And I think that's the identity of STRYKE Wynds. Yeah. And as long as that continues on, I don't see a world where this ensemble isn't reaching new heights and just, you know, having a great time. So
yeah. What was your most memorable moment from Deja Vu itself?
Most memorable for that show was just I think it was very unique. It was something different I had never experienced. Like being in like throughout my years in high school, I think just the show and the take on the show was very special. Like it started off, it's funny, the way it starts is the exact way it finishes. It's like you go through this journey and then all of a sudden you get back to where you started in the beginning. And you know, it kind of reminds me of like how my years with STRYKE ended. Because like, you know, I started my first year of STRYKE 2016, very strong. You know, we started off strong and we ended off strong. You know, my 23 season was the peak of what, you know, we've been looking for. So it was definitely that for me. You know, the most special thing about that year too was just being a part of like, you know, was considered a world-class ensemble. Even at the time we were open class, you know, we held ourselves to a world-class degree. We wanted to be that.
Josh never let up.
No,
Josh never let up on us.
No, he believed in the ensemble. And that's what propelled the group to new heights. So I attribute a lot of the success to that.
I remember when we were getting off. I remember finals. We were getting off the bus, and like we're literally sitting on the bus. We're sitting on the bus, and Josh is setting up cones for our floor. We didn't pull out the floor. He was setting up cones so we could do like a mock like show run around the cones. And I was like, oh, this man's like for real. Like he's serious. Yeah,
he takes his work serious, you know. And that's what you need. You need people that are passionate, that love doing what they do. And that spreads throughout the ensemble. You know, they feel that. So when you care about something as much as he does, you know, you're gonna do everything you can to make sure that it turns out as good. It has to be.
It has to be. Yeah. I think it's funny too, because like I think this, when I joined STRYKE Wynds, it was strange. It was like the first time that I actually like felt like I was home. It was the strangest thing to me. Like everyone there was so welcoming, and then we were all like, we wanted to be good, but we were also like quirky at the same time.
That's one of the great things about being an ensemble at STRYKE Wynds. You know, we all come from different places, different high schools, or you know, different backgrounds and different playing experiences too. You know, that's one of the great things about being in STRYKE is you're not just growing as an individual, but, you know, also a musician too, because, you know, there's many different bands. Some people come from very small bands, some come from very big bands. And
may have kids from Stillman Douglas. I come from Nova, you come from John I. There's kids coming from Stu came from Dwyer.
As well as Park Vista as well,
you know what I mean? You know? Just so many different experiences. It was interesting.
Having all that different culture come in one place and be in that setting is it's unique because you know, we all want the same thing, we all strive for the same thing, but not only that, we also look at ourselves as individuals and, you know, how can we be better every day, you know? So
constant improvement.
Constant improvement.
What has STRYKE Wynds taught you about yourself?
Oh man, STRYKE Wynds has taught me a lot of things. Patience. Patience.
With a 50-man rotation, sir.
Very much patience. It's taught me just leadership, self-accountability. That is one of the most important things, you know. It's like every day, it's like going to a job. You don't look at it as a job because you enjoy it so much, but you know when you go into it, you need to be prepared every day to be better than you were
the last time. So,
you know, that's whether if it's practicing, working out, you know, making sure you're in shape.
Fitness assignments.
Fitness assignments. The video assignments.
A lot of them. What's your fondest memory of 16 in general? Not even the show.
Oh, man. My fondest memory in 16, I would say, is just going to finals and seeing Amachi perform for the first time.
Dude, that was insane.
Yeah, that was insane. A group from Japan, you know, literally like, they had everything. They pulled out all the stops. They had a color guard in there. They had
the drums.
They had drums. They had
a front ensemble, I think, too, right?
Yeah.
I think they had a front ensemble in the back.
They pulled it out in the back, Violinists, all that. It was
like, what is happening? The chairs and everything?
When I saw that for the first time, I knew that, and I appreciated it because, you know, it was, they were trying to show us in a way like, you know, here's what you can do. You know, even if it's not exactly what the, you know, the art was gonna include, you know, I look at another group like Rhythm X as well. You know, like incredible. Like that year was, I think, one of the defining moments for the indoor activity.
Absolutely.
You know, and I have a deep appreciation for that. And I'm sure a lot of people that are still in this activity and the groups that come out now, they look back to those years as well. you know, because that's history, you know.
Yeah.
You can always go back to that. You can find a video online, be like, here's 2016
STRYKE Wynds.
You know, STRYKE Wynds,
Yeah.
2016 Rhythm X, 2016 Amachi, you know, and that just left me inspired seeing those performers as well. Like, you want to achieve that one day. And, you know, when I looked at that, I knew that this ensemble, STRYKE Wynds, would achieve that.
Yeah.
And
well, it was a driving force for us for a lot of years.
mhm.
Like, we always wanted to just be like that group.
Yeah.
We just wanted to compete.
Yeah.
Like, we loved competing.
Yeah, we wanted it for ourselves. We wanted
Yeah.
it for each other. We were hungry.
Like, we look at each other and be like, nah, bro, we got to figure this out. Like,
Yeah.
it was like a team effort. Yeah.
And it's crazy to think back then was the record that was held from
Yes.
Amachi.
Yeah.
And to see it now in 24, the past season, you guys achieved that, broke the record for the first time.
Yeah.
When I found that out, I was ecstatic.
I didn't even know. I didn't
know either. I had to check. I was like, wait, hold on, let me go back in time here
Look at
and pull
that.
the numbers up. I was like, what?
Yes.
So it was
Mhm.
it was definitely quite the it was an emotional experience too, because like when you see it for the first time
Yeah.
out after being in it for so long, you know, when I went to that friends and family event,
Yeah.
it's kind of emotional. It's wild. You see it and you're
course.
like, wow, like this is what all the laboring from 16, everyone that's been a part of it,
Yeah.
like without them, this doesn't happen.
Mhm.
You know, without the staff, it doesn't happen. Without the parents that were involved in all of it, make sure their kids get to the rehearsals and everything, you know,
Yeah.
all of it, it takes one big nucleus just to make everything happen. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It took everybody.
Mhm.
It took everybody. I remember, and it'll be for another episode, but I tell people all the time, if 18 didn't happen, 19 wouldn't be what it was.
Oh no.
19 would not have been what it was. If 18
I feel like
did not
18 was a greater year. We had to like push through a lot of adversity,
happen. Yup.
you know, logistically,
Yup.
membership wise, you know, we were scraping
Yeah.
in the beginning. We were trying to get anyone we could. And
Mhm. That was a turning point.
yeah, that was a very big turning point.
Yeah.
And
Because it was the first year because we used to, you know, we all, like, I think 16 gold, 17 gold, and then 18 we got bronze. And like, we took that to the chin.
Yeah.
Even though like, and here's the thing, I think we're blessed to get those accolades. But something
yes,
about
very
that 18th for us, that in 18, that third for us kind of stung as like competitors.
oh yeah.
And we were just like, nah. I remember that. I remember like, we were just like,
Yeah. It's a little bit of an ego check.
yeah, I was just like, ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Because we won in the 17, because 17 was an interesting year, which, you know, people will hear in another episode, but 17 was like another turning point too. That was the first year of world class, which will be a story for another day. But like, I think throughout the years, no, like I can honestly say, like, you're one of my closest friends. We haven't talked in like a year, but
I
like,
can say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you pick up where you left off.
yeah,
You
literally,
never,
exactly.
you never left.
We haven't talked in so long, but like literally the fact that, you know, like even, you know, the last couple of years, like you guys slept over at my house, and it was always like a good time playing Smash Bros at the house.
One of the best parts of being in the ensemble.
Oh my God, cooking! Oh, I remember cooking for y'all. I loved cooking for y'all. Oh my God, it made my day. I'll make mac and cheese. Listen, I'm a good cook, but
Man could cook.
yeah, but no, it was a really fun time, man. I just want to let you know, like, number one, thank you for doing this interview. Number one,
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
also number two, though, I think just a thank you for like really being committed to the ensemble, not even just for yourself as a person, but for like the future years. I never thought we'd get to this point to a certain extent. I've always had it in my brain. I just never knew what it looked like. But like the fact that in 23 to like kind of see, I think we were the only ones from 16 that marched together.
Yeah.
And like it actually happened. We were both crying.
Oh yeah.
We were both crying.
You know, coming off from that tunnel in 23,
Yeah.
we put the floor down. I think it was, I don't know if it was like one of the members, someone said it was like, all right, we're gonna put the floor down. It just flooded.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I told myself I wasn't going to,
Yeah.
and then I just couldn't help it.
Yeah, right.
It was surreal. It was like everything's, you know, this is it, you know.
It was
everything I worked for.
Michael Jackson, this is it.
This is it. Yep.
No, dude, it was a long time coming. I don't think people understand, because I think at the end of the day, a lot of people think it was like about, you know, some people just say it's just band, and to a certain degree it is, but I don't even think it's just that. Like the the friendships we made in this ensemble have lasted the test of time.
Oh yeah.
Like I haven't talked to, and these are some characters that you guys don't know, but like Nicole Oliva, her and I we haven't talked in years, but like we'll see each other from time to time, and it's like picking up where we left off. Malik, Woody, like we all literally started the thing, and to see it to where it is now, it's it's nothing short of amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even the recent friendships, you know.
Yeah.
It's you just hold on to those, and you cherish all of those, because you know, at the end of the day, like all these new members, even now, they're going to be performing with the 2025 ensemble. These are people that are going to carry the legacy of STRYKE Wynds to new heights, and just and they're going to have their experiences, and then they're going to talk about this as well, you know, and they're going to get to talk about even all the past iterations of STRYKE too, and they get to hold on to all of that. Yeah, you know, and it's great to see all of that.
If you had anything to say to someone that wanted to march, not 2025, in 2026, what would you tell them?
I would say go for it. Don't be afraid. You know, if you're worried about auditions, or if you're intimidated by the success of the ensemble, please don't be intimidated. Just give it your best effort. You go for it, you learn, and you grow. You know, these are opportunities that help shape you into a better individual, you know, and you never know where it can lead, you know? I never knew that I was going to be in music in the first place, you know? Middle school, I didn't even have a band class, you know, and I wasn't even interested in them to begin with. I was like, yeah, that was the fun fact too, is like, I wasn't interested at first. So for me to get involved in it and to have the passion that I did for it, you know, it led me all the way to where I am now, where I have these amazing people in my life, you know, and I'm just so blessed to have been a part of it. Yeah. So.
Brandin, as always, my man, it is nice to see you.